David Beckham wasn't just born a football icon. Before the World Cups, the championships, and the global fame, the kid from East London with a dream to play for Manchester United. At 17, that dream became reality. But it wasn't just talent that set him apart. It was his relentless drive, precision on the pitch, and an unmatched ability to bend a football like no one else. By the late 90s, Beckham was more than just a footballer. He was a cultural phenomenon. From his legendary free kicks to his high-profile marriage to Victoria Beckham, everything he did made headlines. His move to Real Madrid in 2003 cemented his place among football's elite. And by 2007, he was making history again, signing a $250 million deal with the LA Galaxy, transforming soccer in America almost overnight. But Beckham's empire didn't stop at football. Over the years, he built a legacy beyond the sport, owning Inter Miami CF, launching successful fashion and fragrance lines, even stepping into global philanthropy. With a net worth well over $450 million, he could buy anything. Yet instead of luxury yachts or sprawling estates, Beckham's true indulgence is something with a little more grit. Motorcycles. From vintage classics to high-performance beasts, his collection is as refined as it is rugged. And just like everything else in his life, Beckham doesn't just own them, he rides them. If you love incredible bikes and the stories behind them, consider subscribing. It's a simple way to support the channel and helps us keep bringing you even more legendary rides and riders. Now let's hit the road and start with one of Beckham's most daring motorcycle adventures. Some motorcycles are built for speed, others for style, but Beckham's Triumph Bonneville T100? It was built for survival. In 2014, he embarked on a once-in-a-lifetime journey through the Amazon rainforest for a BBC documentary, riding a customized Triumph Bonneville T100 through brutal conditions. The bike, modified for extreme jungle terrain, had to endure washed-out roads, river crossings, and unexpected crashes. By the end of the journey, the original Triumphs were battered and bruised, but Beckham's love for adventure and motorcycles was stronger than ever. This rugged Bonneville, featuring an 865cc parallel twin engine, was stripped down and adapted for the wild. It had knobby off-road tires, a high-mounted front fender, and a minimalist frame setup, though its stock suspension wasn't exactly forgiving on the rough terrain. While it wasn't originally designed for deep jungle exploration, Beckham and his team pushed it to the limit. After the documentary, Triumph Motorcycles wanted to honor Beckham for putting their bike through its paces in one of the toughest environments on Earth. Instead of handing him just another stock model, they commissioned legendary custom builder Richard Pollock to create a one-of-a-kind Triumph Amazon Scrambler. This bespoke machine featured Sun aluminum racing rims, Öhlins forks, and an aggressive matte olive green finish, blending rugged adventure with premium performance. While the Triumph Amazon Scrambler was built to honor Beckham's rugged, adventurous spirit, his love for motorcycles goes beyond off-road endurance. He also has an eye for craftsmanship, history, and raw mechanical beauty. Enter the Garage Company's Super Vintage, a bike that's as much an artistic statement as it is a machine. Some motorcycles are admired, others are ridden. Beckham's Super Vintage custom bike is both, a handcrafted masterpiece, blending old-school style with modern performance. David Beckham has owned and ridden many motorcycles, but few reflect his personality quite like the Super Vintage. Originally built in 2011 by Garage Company's Yoshi Kosaka, this bike wasn't designed to be flashy. It was built to be authentic. With its worn, patina-finished exterior and vintage Harley-inspired frame, it looks like it's been on the road for decades. And that's exactly what Beckham wanted. Underneath its rugged, old-school look, the Super Vintage is a modern powerhouse. It's powered by an S&S 93-inch knucklehead V-twin engine paired with a 5-speed transmission and an electric starter for a mix of classic character and modern reliability. The frame follows a 1940s-inspired design, blending old and new components to create a seamless, vintage aesthetic. The rigid frame and vintage components prioritize authenticity over comfort, making it more about the joy of riding than practicality. Beckham values this bike for its raw, unfiltered experience, proof that sometimes perfection is in the imperfections. He once said, "Being on this bike, being in the fresh air, the only thing you should be thinking about is the open road." While the super vintage is all about authenticity and nostalgia, Beckham's love for motorcycles isn't confined to classic craftsmanship. He also embraces raw power and cutting-edge engineering. And few bikes embody that spirit quite like the Confederate F-131 Hellcat Combat, a machine built to dominate the road. Beckham's Confederate F-131 Hellcat Combat. Pure, unapologetic power. Spotted riding through Los Angeles and the Pacific Palisades, Beckham looked every bit the modern road warrior. Powered by a Confederate F-131 CID V-twin engine, this beast cranks out 149 horsepower and features a lightweight yet ultra-durable carbon fiber belt drive. With aircraft-grade billet aluminum and a brutalist trellis frame, it's more fighter jet than motorcycle. The Hellcat Combat looks like something straight out of a dystopian action movie. Its muscular, industrial design features aircraft-grade billet aluminum, a brutalist trellis frame, and an aggressive, low-slung stance. The combat-specific finish, blacked-out components, and minimalist design give it a menacing, almost mechanical look. It's not built to be pretty. It's built to intimidate. But power isn't the only thing that fuels Beckham's passion for motorcycles. Beyond the brutal industrial design of the Hellcat Combat, he also has a deep appreciation for precision engineering and high-speed performance. And when it comes to speed, few brands do it better than Ducati. His collection includes two standout Ducati models, the Desmosa di GRR, a rare MotoGP-inspired superbike, and the Monster 1100, an aggressive, naked street fighter. One is built for the racetrack, the other for the streets, but both highlight Beckham's need for speed. The Desmosa di GRR is essentially a MotoGP bike with headlights, powered by a 989cc V4 engine, producing 200 horsepower. With only 1,500 units ever made, it remains one of Ducati's most exclusive creations. Beckham's model is a testament to his appreciation for elite performance, though he keeps it strictly for track use. In contrast, the Ducati Monster 1100 is a stripped-down street fighter with an air-cooled 1,078cc L-twin engine delivering 95 horsepower. It's built for raw, street-friendly aggression with a minimalist design, exposed trellis frame, and has a muscular stance. David Beckham's motorcycle collection isn't just a garage full of expensive machines. It's a reflection of his personality. From rare superbikes to rugged scramblers, each ride tells a story of adventure, performance, and style. Whether he's tearing up the racetrack on his Ducati Desmosa di GRR, cruising the streets of the Pacific Palisades on his Confederate Hellcat Combat, or reliving his Amazon adventure on his Triumph Scrambler, Beckham's love for motorcycles is undeniable. He's not just a collector, he's a rider at heart. Which of Beckham's bikes is your favorite? Would you take the power of the Desmosa di GRR, the raw aggression of the Hellcat Combat, or the rugged versatility of his custom Triumphs? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this look into Beckham's incredible motorcycle collection, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the world of legendary bikes and their riders. The road ahead is full of stories. Make sure you're along for the ride.